Hello and good day. I'm going to talk about something that is very, very important in our search here for the truth. Propaganda. Now, what is propaganda? Propaganda is a Latin word. Of course, you see, it's feminine, for those who study French, Spanish, Arabic, you know that the propagandu was, there is no propaganda, it's had a French. So, what is propaganda? Propaganda is really putting information. Its main reason is to influence an audience and further an agenda. How they do it? By presenting facts selectively. They choose what facts to present, and they're omitting some things, like saying it before, I have to tell the whole truth. This does not happen with propagandas. The reason is to encourage a particular perception. The way how you do it is you use loaded languages. You use the languages that are strong, phrases, and that way you will produce an emotional response from the listener or who receives this information, rather than a rational response. You make him really and not using his judgment. So it is a manipulative approach. Okay. It was first started actually as now it's all political, but before it was religious. In 1622, I think the Pope is the one who introduces it in order to help the Catholic missionaries in their mission, and how to convert people to do so by using the selective information and other things and so on. Okay. And of course, after World War One, if you read Mein Kampf by Hitler, he said that he believes that one of the reasons for Germany to lose the first war was because of British propaganda. So he had a lot of influence. He wanted it to be influenced. He wanted to be to control. He was really into it, to put the information and the ideas that he wants, which means, as I said before, to influence and to further an agenda. Okay. Now, sometimes you can go overboard. You add things that are not true. I remember in the late 60s, we were all bombarded with propaganda about the Soviet Union. I had friends of mine who were looking, and now it's unbelievable. Okay, now we know it's a country that didn't believe in religion. They thought that following with the other aspects that religion is the opium of the people, is to explain the unexplained and other things, and so they are against religions, and then to add to it, the people just add more things to it in order to make it look evil, things that are not true. Remember, one of the things some of the things that are not true is that it is a country that allows nudism everywhere, that it is pornography everywhere, and I don't know, all these things that young people usually would look at. Actually, I had a friend of mine said, yeah, it's not bad if I was caught by the Soviets, that way I get to see more naked girls, Now, of course, that is not true, about the Soviet Union, about socialism. As bad as it is, but it is not promoting pornography, Actually, the other way around, the West had more pornography allowed, under the freedom of speech and other things and so on, which they are trying to control, and not every pornography is allowed, actually, not even in where it says that freedom of speech. There are limits to things, and there are limits to who are exposed to it. Okay, so the thing is, now most people, now when they try to talk about a religion, any religion that is, and they want to demean it, they want to put it down, they add things that are not there. They add things that this is what they do, this is what they allow, this is how they do it, and not knowing that once you know the truth, then everything that you heard or read from that source should be demolished. It should be erased from your mind. Whatever they put anymore, look for another source that was truthful. That's why you have to be fair, even to your enemies. You have to be fair. You have to tell the truth about what they are, what is their thinking, what are they preaching, and everything, and not add to all these things, and from my reading a lot of these things is I have not found any religion at all that promotes killing for no reason, but promotes for all these things. And all those idiots who think that some religions like Christianity and Islam and other religions, they use force, they kill people if they don't convert. Now we have seen that in the Spanish Inquisition. Okay, now the Spanish Inquisition is different. The Spanish Inquisition was necessary in their mind, not in mine, in their mind, that this is the only way to uproot the Moorish civilization. I say Moorish, it's not Moorish civilization, but I say Moorish because that's more like it at that time, from the Iberia Peninsula, and that's how they did it. Is that you convert or you die, and die horribly. Actually, many of them did convert, and many of them did die, and many of them ran away, escaped to other things, and it was not only Muslims who suffered at the Spanish Inquisition. The Jews there suffered also because the Muslims did not have anything against the Jews. They allowed them to live there. They prospered there. They had some inventors there who are Jewish, and everything. And that's why in the Arab world, the largest number of Jews in the Arab world outside of Palestine is Morocco. So what I'm saying is, you have to be careful. What are you reading? Is it a propaganda? Is it to further an agenda? Which is now you can see in actually some of the channels, even in the United States, whether you are listening to CNN or Fox News or ABC or CBS or NBC or any of this, or even the BBC, they do many times put information there, selective information, to further an agenda. Now, your responsibility is to be able to see what the goal is, and be smart. That's all. Just be smart, and to know what are they telling you. Are they pushing you to a response that is not rational, or are they making you emotionally angry? You want to do things about it? This is your responsibility alone, no one else. Peace.